the front runner for the Republican nomination for one of the two major parties in America and a former president of the United States, has just now pled not guilty to federal felonies, and he's facing potential jail time. And we are in, as much as you want to say, uncharted territory. We're in uncharted territory now. And I thought the point that Sean brought up is an important one, that there is this big delta of Americans who do not like Donald Trump and don't like his behavior, but at the same time think that these are politically motivated charges and don't like that much either. Is there any discussion at the White House and among Democrats of, we may have a real problem with this gap of swing voters who are kind of offended that for the first time in 200 plus years, we're going to possibly throw a former president in jail when when there's some real questions about what motivated the prosecution?
So there are a couple of concerns like that, Leland, and I think that you've articulated them well. There is the historically unprecedented nature of this, which has been avoided in previous instances. I mean, President Ford pardoning Nixon obviously isn't an exact parallel. It was two people from the same party. But nonetheless, the idea that it isn't good for the country to prosecute a former president. Then there's the question of, is it specifically targeting former President Trump? Does he bring up a particular animus? Now, the point that I would make is there is not exactly a counter-argument, but a counterweight. And it's not about people necessarily always finding the former president unacceptable. It's about the Trump fatigue issue. Yeah. Do we as a nation want to go through all of this drama that he always brings in his wake again and again? Does that serve as a sort of political antidote to the points that you're making?
Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find News Nation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of News Nation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.